As the 4th annual Park Circle Pride Festival continues throughout the weekend, this event not only offers a celebration of love and identity, but also serves as a vital fundraiser for 2 local LGBTQ+ nonprofits, one of which we have the pleasure of speaking to today. Let's welcome Ashley Peele, Board of Directors President for Alliance of Full Acceptance. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I would like to start off by asking you to tell us a little bit more about Alliance for Full Acceptance.
Yeah, so we are a statewide organization that works to advance the lives of LGBTQ+ individuals. And we do that through education, informing folks about our community, issues affecting our community, through advocacy, largely at the State House with our legislators, and then just general community engagement, so offering opportunities for our community to come together, to learn from one another, and to just socialize. And we've been doing that for over 25 years. We just celebrated our 25-year anniversary last year.
How wonderful is that?
Yes, yes.
So how has AFFA evolved over the past 25 years, like from its inception to now?
Yeah, it's interesting when you look back at the history, you know, looking at marriage equality and just fighting for the right to exist and our families to exist. And now we're in a place where the LGBTQ community is fighting for, you know, health care, for parental rights. So ebbs and flows, but we've been on the forefront fighting for the rights of LGBTQ folks that entire time. It's just, you know, different shape, different form over the years, but the fight has never stopped. And some could say it's, you know, at a peak again now with all of the anti-LGBTQ legislation passing and going through the State House right now.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that that is probably one of the biggest challenges that we are facing here in Charleston, is the legislation?
I would, yeah, and that's really been keeping us busy here at AFFA. You know, even though advocacy and the legislative piece is only part of what we do, it's certainly been taking up a lot of our time. You know, just this past session, there were over 25 anti-LGBTQ bills going through the State House, and so just being there, talking to legislators, informing them about, you know, how these things affect our community. And then, you know, legislation like a hate crime bill, which has not been passed in South Carolina, as we're one of only 2 states without one. So just working with other partner organizations to make sure, you know, discrimination based on race, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, those sorts of things are covered in a positive way at our State House. So it's been keeping us busy.
And now you guys have some wonderful campaigns that you guys have been doing recently. Can you tell us about some of those?
Yeah, so I will highlight our most recent billboard campaign. It has been a difficult legislative session. There was some anti-trans legislation that unfortunately passed in the House, and we wanted to send a message to our trans community that, you know, we're still here, we're still fighting, you know, that we don't want them to lose hope. And if folks are familiar with the license plate, the South Carolina license plate, it says, "While I breathe, I hope." And our billboard campaign says, "While we breathe, we fight." Right, so we don't want our community to lose hope. We're going to continue that fight. We're going to continue to raise awareness with leaders in our state, our legislators, until we realize a South Carolina where everyone is equal, everyone is treated with dignity and respect. And we wanted that billboard campaign to send that message. So we have that billboard campaign running in 10 major areas across the state right now.
And now what can we as a community do to support AFFA and our LGBTQ community?
Staying engaged. I mean, the AFFA newsletter, we don't send a ton out, but when we need to activate folks to speak with their legislators, and maybe, you know, you're an ally to the community and you just want to share your perspective on, you know, how you support our community and our rights and those sorts of things. But joining our newsletter will inform you of those opportunities, like, you know, hey, this bill's coming, we'd love for you to talk to your legislator. But also the fun stuff too, you know, the social engagement, the pride events that are happening now. If you just want to stay informed and come celebrate, you know, those victories and those sort of positive moments are so important for the community as well, and that's a good way to stay on top of those as well.
Yeah, and now AFFA is one of the 2 nonprofits that are benefiting from the Pride Festival happening this week in Park Circle Pride. Can you tell us about some events and what we can expect when we go?
Oh, we're just so excited to be partnering with Park Circle Pride and all of the events that are happening this week. I mean, it's such a diverse and eclectic you know, set of events, and they go all throughout the week. They're hosted by various businesses in Park Circle, so you have everything from drag story time for children to, you know, after hours parties, drag shows, those sorts of things, to even theater performances. And, you know, throughout the week, every day, there's going to be something going on, and there's something for everybody. You know, I think there's a matchmaking ceremony going on at the bookstore, and just a lot of diverse events. So whether you're young, you're old, whatever you're into, there's going to be something for you. And the Park Circle businesses have just been so great at partnering with us and benefiting us with those proceeds from those events. So definitely go out to Park Circle this week, support them. Some of those benefits come back to AFFA, which is great.
Absolutely. I know this is the 4th annual Park Circle Pride Festival, and it's just been getting better and better
bigger and
every
bigger,
year.
yes.
So parkcirclepride.com is where you can go to find out all the information and find the list of events, and also affa-sc.org is where you can find more information. Ashley, I want to thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much for having me again.
We're back in 2 minutes.